Welcome back to the second installment of this series that explains some of the extra features of the Excel Marksbook. If you have not seen my previous video about the basic overview of this spreadsheet, please check it out by clicking the link above. Just like in the first video, I have chapter markers below that you can skip ahead to if you don't want to watch the entire thing. Let's begin by finding out how to add a new student to the class. Simply type their name in the student name column, in a class if you want, and then we can enter in a score. Nothing happens to their overall average until you add an assessment and then remove the assessment. Adding and removing an assessment is the quickest way to refresh or update the Marksbook. As you can see here, this new student has now been given an overall average equal to the score that they've just been given. To order or rank the students in the class, press the sorting arrow at the top of any column and select Sort from largest to smallest. We can do that for the overall average mark. We can do that for any of the assessments. And we can also do that and order the names. If you want to remove a student from the class, just delete the student's name. Say, for example, we want to delete this student that we just added. Then we need to order the student's name from A to Z again. This then moves the student's data to this bottom row. And now what we can do is we can highlight the entire row and press the delete button. This removes all the data. And again, what we're going to do is press the add assessment button and then remove assessment button to refresh the spreadsheet. If we order the average marks in order from largest to smallest, we can see that two of the students have a score that is really close to 75%. Suppose we want to change the cutoff for an A to 74%. To do this, we click on the Setup tab down the bottom. We go up to this value here and change it to 74. This automatically now converts the grades for these two students to an A grade because their scores are above 74. It is not recommended to change the grades manually, as this may disrupt the program macros. If you wanted to change or rename any of the assessment types, for example, let's rename this assessment type from portfolio to a practical assessment. What that means is whenever we add an assessment now, one of the drop-down options is now change to practical. Notice the change of color. This color here mirrors the same color as the practical green in the assessment types in the setup. And this is the same across all the assessment types, and this makes it visually very easy to spot all the different types of assessments. If you enter a mark in a cell that turns red, it means that the score is invalid. Either you have typed a score that is higher than the allocated marks for that section, or you've entered a value that is not a score. Might have been a word or something like that. Simply delete the value and enter the correct mark. If you intended on giving a student a bonus mark, then leave it red. After you have entered the marks for an assessment, you can view the statistics for that assessment here. These include the average or mean, the standard deviation, the maximum highest mark, the median, and the minimum. The median is the middle score. These automatically update as you enter in the marks. Finally, if you make a catastrophic mistake and the Marksbook is no longer working as it should, you may be able to rescue it by reloading a previous version. For example, if I delete some of these important cells, or even these ones, I may be able to go File, Info, Version History, and on the right hand side will be a number of previous versions that I can reload. I might want to go back to this version over here. Before I do that, I need to close down the current version, the one that's broken, and then I need to go to a previous version like this one, the one that's not broken, and click Restore. That's it for this video. Remember to check out the previous overview if you already haven't seen it, and please click the like button if you have found this video useful. Bye for now.